Yo, back at it again off the rails.
Off
We are
the
here.
Rizzles. Off the Rizzles.
man, oh man, this football shit's got everybody going crazy. You don't know what's happening. Nobody can explain it. Why are these players doing good? Why are these teams doing good? Why are these other teams just shitting the bed?
Why did the Chiefs keep winning? Why did the Chiefs keep winning with nobody, Mike?
Listen, man, I'm telling you right now, that was the first game that Pat Mahomes looked good, that the team actually looked like good. I mean, before that, it was just a defense doing the damn thing.
Right.
Now it's Kareem Hunt jumped in there, had 100 yards. Juju Smith-Schuster out of fucking nowhere, 100-plus yards.
Nowhere.
And Mahomes finally did what Mahomes does. There was no flags involved. It actually was a game. They went out and won. But also, Kamara didn't do anything. Derek Carr got hurt. So it was one of those games. You just, hey, they went out and got the win.
Yeah. I mean, I know we about to go into Thursday and Sunday. Today is Thursday off the rails, Mike, but it just seemed like they could plug and play anybody. And Mahomes, I mean, you put the stats up, bro. He playing worse than Jalen Hurts, but they not losing. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you got a great team.
Well, again, it's a riding on that defense. That defense is what's done it.
Yeah. Like, I don't think he had any touchdowns. This is the first. I think he's thrown an interception in every game. And I think this is his second game that he hasn't thrown a TD, bro. We starting to see a normal Patty Mahomes, and we never seen him breathing air, but he's starting to breathe that oxygen, Mike. Look, real quick before we get started, what you feel about the Raiders receive Devontae Adams? I don't know if y'all talked about that on Monday. What's going on with him, man?
I mean, see, now it's all mixed up. You heard he wanted out, he wanted to be done, trade me. You know, he's got the hamstring injury going on. But then just recently you heard Antonio Pierce said he talked to him. He's a Raider for life type shit, and he wants to stay here, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know what the hell the whole thing is. I mean, I'm willing to bet if Mike Davis gets a hell of a deal from somebody, Devontae's gone. But if not, then it's just going to be Devontae's going to be there, and he's probably going to play. I don't see him sitting out or doing the Hassan Riddick crybaby bullshit. I think Devontae will play.
Right. So, because I'm looking at it like this, I'm looking at it like, okay, last year he said he didn't want out because he was being a pro, right? He's being a pro, just like he was talking about in the preseason. Guys got to be pros, man. You got to play the game. Now he's seeing the writing on the wall. There's no quarterback. Minshew is not the quarterback. But then I think Antonio Pierce went and talked to him and kind of said, man, look, this is not the way to be professional. Let's play this year out. And they just kind of just getting through the year, Mike, you know? Because he want to go. You know he want to go to New York, but does he really want to go to the Jets? Do you really want to go there?
Listen, if I'm Devontae, I don't want to go somewhere like that. I mean, I get it. Rodgers is there. You know, then he said something about going to play with Derek Carr in New Orleans. But I mean,
here we go.
Look, if you Devontae, go somewhere where you know a team's starting to build up and become something. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't be okay with going to the Chargers. You got Herbert. You got some young receivers.
Yeah.
They got a decent team. They're coming along right now. Playoff projections. They're in the playoffs. So, I mean, why not go there? Or why not?
I don't know. He's trying to follow all these quarterbacks that he didn't have no success. I mean, he had success with Rodgers, but he didn't do much with Carr. I know you don't want to go back and play with Carr again, man.
Well, he's just looking at the team around, you know, the Kamaras and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, maybe like Spencer Rattler too, because Spencer Rattler's starting this week. So maybe he's into that. But I think he stays put and none of that happens.
I think he should go to Denver and go play with Bo Nix. Let's go.
Oh, you mean Bro Nix. Bro Nix out there did his thing, man.
Bro Nix, bro. Hey, I'm sold on him, man. I look that Mahomes is on a bye week. I looked at the quarterbacks and I'm like, fantasy. I'm like, I'm going with Bo Nix, bro. That
they playing the Raiders, aren't they?
Yeah, that's why I picked him. Yeah, he's doing good though. Last 2 weeks, no turnovers. They got 2 wins. Bo Nix, bro Nix. Yeah. Off the rails in this bitch, Mike.
All right, all right. Well, let's go ahead and jump in. We'll start talking predictions for Sunday. We'll leave Thursday night football for the end. That way we can talk about it right before we get off here.
Can I say one thing before we get started, Mike? One
Jump to
thing,
it.
man. Let's go Guardians, but the Phillies trash, trash, just straight trash, bruh. We're not even gonna get into that, but for Beer Cave, man, Phillies is trash, bruh. Trash, garbage.
They're letting everybody down. You got the Mets over there doing their thing. That's insane.
But you know what? I would have rather. That's what happens when you get that number one seed, Mike, and then you got the pressure on you. And then when you slide in under the radar, like we've been doing the last couple of years, you don't got that pressure. You don't play with that pressure. We folded, bro. But go Guardians. Let's go Guardians.
And they play tonight at 6, and they got to win. Otherwise, it's over for them.
Yeah, let's go. All right, so we getting into this 49ers Seahawks game tonight, Mike. Start them off. Seahawks at home.
Niners got some injuries. Jake Moody's out. I mean, Debo, they say that he's going to play, I think, but he's still injured a little bit. Listen, I'm wishy-washy with the Niners right now because of what's going on there. Yeah. Like, Shanahan is the reason why this team is struggling. This team is good. Even without CMC, this team is a solid-ass team. You have a backup in Jordan Mason who can do all these things. He can run the ball, he can catch, he can do it all. Why not use this man like it's CMC or adjust the offense a little bit to where it's catered to Mason some and then use everybody. Like right now, last game, it was all Ayuk and Jennings.
Yeah.
You got to throw Debo in there. Kittle's got to become more involved. You have to spread this out, especially with your offensive line beat up some. Your defense is beat up a little bit too. You have to start letting the clock run on offense and running this ball more. That way it takes away from the other team being able to do their thing. They let one go when Arizona came back on them. I mean, that was insane.
That was insane, bro. But that just shows you how weak this team is. They got too many. They got all the weapons. You know what it's coming down to, Mike? It's coming down to coaching, bro. Like it is. Is Shanahan is starting to get on that hot seat because you got too many weapons. Now they got it. They got a number one running back that's a backup for McCaffrey. Debo is injury prone as always. They had Kittle. They was getting Kittle the ball the last few weeks, and that offense was looking nice. We don't know. We know Purdy's a good pocket passer. He could do his thing. As far as Ayuk, he had his first good game. I mean, the defense got injuries, but you can't lose to the Cardinals, bro. You can't let them come back.
Listen, right now, the Niners are third in that division. The Seahawks are first. The Cardinals are second. Yeah. And you got the Niners sitting at third. And that's sickening to say because no one thought that shit would be going this way. No one saw this. And everybody's going to put the heat on Purdy. Oh, well, he's not elite. The dude has more passing yards. He's in the top 3 if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure it's top 3, at least top 5 in passing yards for the year. I mean, he's doing his thing. He's doing everything he can. It's a matter of the game plan changing. Like it needs to adjust through the game. At the beginning, they light him up, they let loose, and then all of a sudden it doesn't change.
Yeah, they keep throwing. They throw too much. That's what
they need to let Mason get off. And that's the problem.
Yeah, that's Shanahan's problem. But I know we're going to get back. We're going to get more into that game at the end of the show. But it's a critical game, man, with the Seahawks. This is big because they got to go to Seattle. And so Seattle's 3-2 and the Niners are 2-3. If the Niners lose this game, Mike, in Seattle, and I feel like they're going to have to, that's going to force them to really bring McCaffrey out there, and he's not 100 yet. That's going to force him back. But 2-4 is a big hole in that division for sure.
Well, especially if Seattle and Arizona keep rolling the way they are. Like those losses in the division are going to hurt them big. So they need this one tonight. Yeah. That way Arizona's the one that has one on them, and they can say, all right, cool, we can keep battling. They can go 3-3, be 500. They match up with Seattle then. And if they get the win against Seattle, that means they move up. Right. And if Arizona loses, they jump to the top.
Facts.
Well, they'll probably be tied with Arizona. Will be at 1 and they'll be 2, but still,
Yeah, it's a must win, but we're gonna get in our predictions later on the cap of the show. But Mike, what game you want to start with Sunday, bro? Let's roll through these games, bro.
Let's just go right
Off
down the
the rip.
line.
Let's get off the rails on them.
We got another London game, 9:30 in the morning. You got Jacksonville, who just came off their first damn win.
On Trevor Lawrence's birthday. About time.
Yeah. Sunshine said the sun ain't setting yet, got that W. And they're playing Caleb Williams and the Bears at home, where Caleb Williams has won every game at home so far, but it's not at home. It's in London. They're the home team, but it's in London. So how is Caleb going to react to the going across the pond and playing over a different country, and what's going to happen there? I don't know. You know, the Jags play there every year, so they know how this works. They do this. They want that team to maybe move to London if they put a team out there.
Why not? Why not? Because you know, Jaguars love the Jacksonville loves the Jaguars, but that'd be the big market for them. But I'm looking at this game, Mike. The Bears, that's why the Bears are clicking now. They're taking the ball out of Caleb Williams' hands. They running DeAndre Swift. They really Swift's had back-to-back good games. About time. We waiting if you got him on your fantasy. But that's what you got to do. Take the ball out of Caleb's hands, but make him make plays when you're supposed to make plays. The Jaguars got two really good running backs now. They need to do the same thing. I'm looking at this game as a messy run. First one to 150 yards rushing wins the game, because now the Jags got ETN and the backup Bixby. You got to take the ball out of Trevor's hands because he's doing too much. And then the same with Caleb. So I feel like this is going to be a running game. If you got any of these running backs in your fantasy, this is going to be a run smashing game. And then whoever cannot turn the ball over, and that 9 in the morning kickoff, Mike, that throws these players off, man. I noticed that last week or the last London game. It was kind of awful.
Yeah, last week, Jets, Minnesota.
That game was kind of terrible because it was good defense. Got two good defenses, but these guys get thrown off. They're not used to playing that early. So I feel like they're going to run the ball a lot. I don't know, man. I think I'm leaning with the Bears, bro. I'm believing in this, in what they're doing with Caleb. And if they keep running the ball, the Bears got a lot of offensive weapons. So I'm going to lean with the Bears on that one, Mike. What you think?
Caleb had a 300-yard game, last week against the Panthers. They did what they did against the Panthers. Again, it was the Panthers.
Right.
It was the trash Panthers. That's what it was. So I'm not gonna ride the hype train where everybody say, "Oh, he finally showed up." No, not doing that shit.
Right.
Not doing that.
But their defense. You believe in the Jaguars? Both of them got on. Yeah. See, yeah.
No, I believe in the Bears' defense.
Right.
That is what I believe in. I believe that defense is straight dogs. Like, that's the monsters of the Midway type stuff going on over there. Like, they are ready to win games. And they showed you week 1, they won that game.
Yeah.
They've won games themselves. They're the reason why they're doing what they're doing right now. I'm not going to put that on Caleb and say, hey, he's done it. No. It's been that defense, and then DeAndre Swift has helped out the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ride with you with the Bears. I'm going to take the Bears defense to put a stranglehold on Sunshine and make that Jaguars offense have to throw the ball, because they're gonna come after those running backs.
Yeah, and they don't have so far. They haven't been. Trevor just hasn't been using his weapons now. Evan Ingram's out, and that's one of his main weapons.
Yeah. If he had Evan, that's a different story, because Ingram cuts him up. But
because he loves Evan Ingram. Out of all his receivers, he loves those tight ends. That's where he's smart at. He uses those tight ends well. But yeah, I think Chicago's defense, they won 2 out of those 3 games single-handedly. So Jaguars offense still in shambles right now. I'm going with the Bears, Mike, just like you, but a close one. I say first one, the third 14-17 wins. It's not going to be an action-packed morning game for sure.
Now, I could see it being 17-14, 17-10, something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Yeah. So we got the Bears in that one. Bears go. So if the Bears win, the Bears go 4-2. The Jaguars in a hell of a hole. Man. Yeah.
Listen, I picked the Jags to be last in their division, and Jay was going off. I mean, people were telling me no. I'm like, nah, the Jags, it's downhill time.
I remember you picked that, and I was like, I'm not sold on Trevor Lawrence, so I would have went with you there. But with all the weapons they got, I wouldn't have guessed it. But I'm not shocked because Trevor just isn't on that level yet, man. He's still in that mid. He's mid, bro. He's mid. He's
Yeah.
all mid.
Yeah.
Sunshine is mid. The sun don't come all the way up. He just stay right
Yeah.
here.
He ain't shining too bright anymore. It's kind of
Nah.
like I said, it's starting to set on him.
Nah.
It's getting that early set. You know, you start seeing the sun go down around 6, 7, and you're like, oh man,
it's time to go home, bro.
Street lights about to come on. It's about to be over.
Street light, yeah, get your ass home, Mike. Street lights home. I'm saying get home, bro. So look, Mike, next game, I got the Cardinals at the Packers. Another interesting game because the Cards are coming off a monumental big win against San Fran, so you know they riding high. Packers 3-2. Love just starting to get back into it. What you feel about that Cardinals Packers game? That's an interesting game right there.
It is because, like you said, the Cardinals are riding high off that win, but this might be that letdown then because they're riding so high off that comeback that you're going to Lambeau Field. That defense of Green Bay's been hitting real hard. They've been forcing turnovers. They're one of the top defenses right now, top 8, I would say. And Jay Love is starting to come back from that injury, starting to look good again, spreading the ball around. Even the Kraft, their tight ends getting the ball. Josh Jacobs, I think, is going to start coming alive.
Yeah, that's what I was about to be like, man, they missing Josh Jacobs, but this might be that Josh Jacobs game right here.
He might bounce back, get that 100-yard game, and it might be big for him.
Yeah.
And then, again, you got Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison, James Conner.
Yeah.
That offense has got to start quick. It can't wait. It's not going to be able to wait because in Lambeau and with Green Bay, they're not going to let you come back like the Niners did. The Niners took their foot off your throat.
Yeah.
Green Bay's not going to do that. They're not going to allow that to happen.
Yeah, they're going to keep running the ball and they're going to play defense. And in Lambeau Field, they're going to hit you hard. It's going to be kind of a little chilly out there. The weather's breaking on them. So, it's going to be hard hits. Yeah, I mean, it's all up to Kyler Murray and this defense, man. Like if Kyler can stay out of the turnovers, keep shifting that ball to the weapons he got. Harrison's having a phenomenal first 5 games of the season. But like you said, Mike, it's going to be tough in Lambeau. It's going to be tough, and Jordan Love's only going to get better and healthier. So I think I'm going with the Packers by 10 on this one. I think they're going to cruise on this one. Yeah, they're going to cruise.
Yeah, I like the Packers by double digits too. I think it'll be one of those games where it's 21-10 or 24-14. I could see that for sure.
Oh yeah. Unless the only way I could see it happen is if Marvin Harrison Jr. go off. If he go off, I
think Zaire Alexander is going to have the clamps on him a little bit, so he's going to have to face a real corner, a real good corner.
And this is something we want to look at. We want to see him against them number 1 corners and see how good is this kid in his rookie year. But we know he's phenomenal. But this is an interesting game because the Cardinals got a chance to be 3-3, and then the Packers could be 4-2. That's a whole different level from losing a game. Dropping under 500 and staying at 500 is big for the Cardinals, and then taking that 2-game lead, going 4-2 for the Packers. This is a must win for both of them, I think.
Well, the Packers need to stay winning because Detroit is probably going to stay winning. You got Minnesota 5-0. I mean, you got to do something because it's crazy in that NFC North right now.
And they on a bye week getting healthy, right? Look, the Vikings are healthy. Sam Darnold on the Vikings with that defense, they only gonna come out even stronger, Mike, because now they getting healthy and they 5-0. They up, bro. They all the way up for real. Yeah. So that's an interesting game. We'll see though. But I wouldn't be shocked. If the Cardinals were able to pull out this win, but I doubt it. Don't bet on it. Yeah.
All right. What you got next?
What you got? So I'm looking at, what are you on, ESPN?
No, I'm on it's one of my apps.
Oh, I got you go next. We'll go back and forth.
Tampa Bay and the Saints. And what's interesting about this game is, again, Spencer Rattler's getting the start. So this is his first big time start. And he's going against a team with Baker, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Rashid White, that defense this team that's starting to roll, that's starting to look better. Even though, I mean, they had that hard loss last week, but it was fought like crazy against Atlanta, and it took everything for that. I mean, that game went down to the wire in a sense.
Yeah, that was a good game.
And did the OT, everything.
Yeah.
But Baker's a one of a kind type dude right now. He's got that swag, but he's humble at the same time. So he's more dangerous than he's ever been.
I was about to say that he's dangerous because now he's got he out there rocking. You saw him in the pregame watching Mike Tyson knockouts and shit.
Yeah.
Before he got on the field. That's gangster. I like that. He watching Mike Tyson's old fights, but then he out there keeping it calm and staying low key too.
Like I said, it's a combination of that swag and ego, just enough ego, but then he's humble to know, hey, I went through some shit to get here. I cannot go above and beyond like I did before with my head games and all that other bullshit.
Yeah, and all that rah-rah shit. So the Bucks 3-2, Saints 2-3. Yeah, it's gonna be tough for Rattler, bro. Like you just get thrown out there against that good Tampa defense. But I believe in like you said though, Mike. I feel like those Bucks got weapons, man. When you got Mike Evans and Godwin out there, I think the Bucks gonna be able to pull this out just because of Rattler. If Derek Carr was there, it'd be a different story. But I'm taking the Bucks in a close one, maybe by like 7. I think 21-14. I don't think the Saints gonna do much, man. Kamara might do his thing, but I don't know about Rattler yet, bro. You can't get thrown out there.
See, I'm with you on it being close, like 24-21, I think. And I think the Bucks get the win. But yeah, Spencer looked good in the preseason. He looked good in practice, training camp, all that. They love him. He connected with a lot of these guys already. So I'm not going to be shocked if the Saints come off and pull this win out. But Baker and them, they can't win. They can't lose 2 in a row, especially against another division opponent.
Yeah.
Who's only going to get healthier as the year goes on.
And the key is New Orleans at home, and I think they're going to feed Kamara like a beast, man. I could see him getting 30 touches tonight. If they smart, take the ball out of that. That's how I could see the Saints winning. Kamara having 200+ yards. Yep. Buck 30 on the ground, buck 20 on the ground, 70, 80 in the air, way he does. I could see that happening. So yeah, I could see this being a tight one. It's going to be close. It's going to be close just because it's in New Orleans. So that's a big difference. Yeah. All right, Mike. So I got the Colts in Tennessee. For me, this is a must-win game for either one of these teams because I feel like they on a trajectory to lose 10 to 11 games with a loss with this one. So the Colts at the Titans. Colts are 2-3. Titans 1-3. The Titans have got to win this game at home. They cannot lose to the Colts at home. They got to show up. Will Levy He got to show the Titans fans why they believed in him. He's got Hopkins back. He's got to show, he's got to step up and earn that starting job, or it's going to be a rough year for the Titans. Colts, I don't know. You heard anything about Anthony Richardson playing? Is he playing?
He's questionable.
All right. Well,
he's questionable. Jonathan Taylor's questionable. Josh Downs is questionable. Michael Pittman will not play.
Oh, well then. Well, that's why I said. That even makes it worse. This is a must win for the Titans. You cannot lose this game. But at the end of the day, if you're a Colts fan, you might be hoping to see Anthony Richardson on the bench because that offense is looking better.
It's looking better with Joe Flacco. Jesus, Joe Flacco.
Joe saving another franchise. Here we go.
He don't stop. I mean, the dude just does his things. And
well, that's what happens, Mike, when you're a pocket quarterback. I feel like a pocket quarterback. Look at Brady. I'm not trying to compare the two, but if you're a pocket quarterback and you got time and you got an arm, you can play in this league.
Apart.
Yeah, you can play in this league until you get knocked out. And that's Flacco. He can't move. He never been able to move, but he's a pocket quarterback with a strong arm, and they got weapons. But without those weapons, I'm gonna go ahead and ride with Will Levy and in Tennessee. I'm gonna say this is gonna be another ugly one, but I'm gonna say 13-10. If none of those dudes play, Mike, the Colts are not scoring more than 14, 17 points. So I'm gonna say 17-14 Titans, must-win game. Must win for Will.
I'm going to ride with Joe Flacco because I think Downs is going to play and I think Jonathan Taylor is going to play. I know Pittman's not, but I think those other two will play. He personally loves Downs. Flacco does, so I think Downs will be big. And with JT back, it's going to be huge for them because on the other side, the Titans have some questionable players. Who knows if they're going to play Justin Simmons and all them boys on that defense. So we're about to see what's going to happen. But I'm going to ride with Flacco, and I'm going to go the other way with it. It'll probably be one of those trash games, but it'll be like, 14-10, something like that. 17-10.
Yeah, it's going to be a low one. This is a week. I'm looking at the schedule now. This is a critical week, Mike. You're seeing a lot of these games where guys are on their way to being under 500. And there's critical games that we know is coming up. We already know what's coming up on the schedule, Mike. You got that Browns in the background. Like this week, I think teams are going to go this way or they're going that way. It's really going to show up this week, I think.
Yeah.
I really think. What you got next? I know what you got next.
Like I was going to – we don't even got to talk too much about that Texans-Patriots game. The only thing you will talk about in that game is Drake May is starting. So that rookie's going to go out there. We're going to see what he's really about. Yeah. We're going to see if he could do some damage against this Texans defense and try to keep up with CJ Stroud. But I feel like the Texans are going to be way too much. This is probably going to be that 24-10 type game where they just kind of they hand him the loss. Drake May just don't throw turnovers like crazy. Keep your composure, do your thing, show that you can be a quarterback in this league, but it's going to be your first start, and I just don't see them being with the Texans.
Right. The only thing that can now we say that, Mike, that's what happens. Now we still in the multiverse. You know that.
Yeah, the multiverse. Who the fuck knows anymore?
No, that's why I'm going by the multiverse. I'm not going by what we think. I'm not going by what's normal, what we know, what should happen. I'm going by the multiverse, and the Texans haven't been looking that good. They just starting to, they revving up. They revved up last week. I think what's the receiver from the Texans? Is he
Nico's out? Yeah, he's out for a couple weeks.
That's a big, like I said, that's a guy.
But then I think that means Tank Dell will be more of an option. He steps up. Diggs is more of an option. They got some guys.
Now the Patriots defense is always tough. And that's how they won that one game, and they've almost won 2 games with that D. And they're at home, and it's the multiverse. But like you said, we gonna go with the Texans, but I would not be shocked because I like that boy Drake May, man. If he don't turn over the ball, Mike, and they run this game and they run the ball and they keep the clock, they keep the Texans.
They control the clock, control the turnover battle. Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Anything can happen in the multiverse
anymore.
Anything can happen in the multiverse, bro.
In the multiverse of the NFL right now, anything's possible.
We in the Matrix, Mike. This is
the bunch of zeros and ones, and damn, this is crazy.
Yeah, but we're gonna try to go with our analytical head on this one and say that the Texans cannot lose to the Patriots, but we've seen crazier. So, but I'm like you. I'm looking at 24-10, but who knows, Mike? Who knows? We don't know shit no more.
Don't know anything.
We just here. We just giving scores and what we think. We don't know nothing in this multiverse. This is crazy. Yeah, off the rails shit. All right, Mike. So next on the list, the showdown, Cleveland Brown. Where is your hat at? Where's your hat?
Oh no! Monday I did a show. I said I'm not even gonna wear it no more. I'm not gonna be embarrassed by a team that don't even want to play. That Deshaun just giving up. This shit is just done.
He said, "Fuck that shit. I ain't messing. I got a fresh cut. I ain't about to fuck my shit."
I'm not even worried about next year. In 2 years I'll worry about it because I'm about done with this shit. They need to put in. People are saying, Jameis, hey, throw DTR out there. Let's see if the boy could play. If he's real deal, he put on 30 pounds. Let's see if he moves right, if he looks good, if he can control some of this offense, then we don't need to spend a high pick on a quarterback. Just add around this guy and see what happens because the Deshaun thing needs to be ended and it needs to come to an end real soon because, I mean, you
Is he that
can't have
bad?
performances like that, multiple performances like he just had.
Yeah.
It's just, and you got receivers and
I
Njoku,
can't even.
Cooper just heads down. I mean, John Gruden had a thing where he goes, when the huddle breaks, the team don't even look like they're together. Like they're not even on the same page, or they're not even with each other anymore. It's just, hey, we're here, and that's what it is. And that's sickening to even see, especially with all the talent that Cleveland has.
And it's trickled down to the defense now. It's trickled down to everybody.
They're so wore out because they're playing more defense. Listen, if you go possession of the possession, listen, I'm going to go the other way. Cleveland's defense has been on the field more than anybody has in this entire NFL. And it's because of the offense not being able to do shit, and they're being so overworked and out there so much. Injuries are starting to happen. They're getting wore out. They're looking, everybody's starting to say they look like shit. I'm going to look like shit too if I'm out there for fucking damn near the whole game.
Right.
That's a problem.
Now, I didn't watch the game. I already knew that Commanders game was going to get ugly because the Commanders are hot. They a whole team. Daniels is a whole different dude. But then when I look at the game before that, you know, Deshaun, I'm trying to be on this dude's side. We know he's not the same player. We know that. We all know that. The Browns knew that when they paid him, but they did that out of desperation. At the end of the day, that wasn't that last loss before the Commanders game wasn't on Deshaun. A lot of people been saying, well, a lot of my Browns boys in the chat is like, bro, what's Deshaun supposed to do? Like, Amari Cooper wants to show up here and there. Njoku been hurt. They can't find a second weapon. They ain't got no running game. So now I heard they about to try to throw Nick Chubb out there in another week or two. And I don't know about that. Trying to say,
he's healthy. He's ready. I'd throw him out there as soon as possible.
If he ready, go. Yeah, but I'm saying if he ready, Mike. If
he ready. That dude's 100.
All right, well, let's go because he on my bench in fantasy, and I need him.
Yeah, I got him tucked away in a couple leagues. He's ready.
If you a smart GM, you got Nick Chubb stashed because he went in the 12, 13 round. But it's time for the Browns to go ahead. Now, is it going? So you done with Deshaun? You done, Mike? You done? You officially?
I'm done. If his body language is saying that, the receivers are shaking their head, just putting it down. Like the team is lost on him now. And Andrew Berry did the smartest thing in the world right before the season started. Got Deshaun to sign off on changing his salary this year to mainly incentives. Well, Deshaun's not going to hit any of those damn incentives. So all that money, Deshaun ain't going to make.
What the hell was Deshaun thinking, bro? He should have known.
Oh, he thought he was going to come out and ball out. Well, he come out and did not a damn thing because right before this shit happened, more of those allegations have come out in his head. And Jonathan Allen from the Skins from the Commanders said it. He said it's a head thing. The dude's he's got the ability still. He still has all that. It's a head thing, and his confidence it's a mental thing right now with Deshaun. Until he gets that corrected, go see a therapist or something. Go get checked out. Forget the massage therapist. Go see an actual psychiatrist, therapist, a head therapist to get your shit right.
Yo, go. Mike said go back,
dude. That's what you need.
Mike said go back to that therapist, the one that you owe money to. All you had to do was pay her and shut her up. You would have never had none of these problems. And then sit down and make her get on your mental and massage your head.
Yeah, you need your head massage because a psychiatrist got to get deep in there.
Look, but we talked about this in the preseason, Mike. We already knew that if Deshaun Watson was going to start off like this, he did not have a mental withdrawal to fight this. He don't have it no more. First of all, he's got these allegations. Second of all, bro, the sit down with him when they asked him, the reporter me and my girl watching the reporter said, the coach, what happens if the coach is thinking about benching you and going to another quarterback? And this guy said, with the most blatant nonchalant attitude, like, I already got my money. Whatever coach want to do, coach want to do. You know, like, you cannot go out there as the leader of a team and tell the reporter that if the coach benches you, you okay with that.
He's checked out. He's checked out.
Gone, bro. Like, they paid him. It's guaranteed. The checks are rolling. The Browns set the organization back 5 to 8 years. I mean, but
they didn't set it back because now all that's over with. The trade's done. All that's done.
Yeah, but how long you got him? You got to keep. You can't trade him. You got to.
We only got him for another year or two. And to be honest, what we do with him now, because I mean, Andrew Berry could change his contract up every year because we have the most salary cap right now. We have the most cap space. We have $62 million in cap space right now because of what he did. So we can do all sorts of shit. We can even sell him off to a team that has a bunch of cap space and say, "Hey, take him, and we're going to throw in a pick or this or that."
You could just do this thing. I think that needs to be done. Start DTR. Start fresh. Start with the guy you drafted, right? And then you threw all these other guys ahead of him, which shouldn't be like that. Start DTR. Let Deshaun watch. Let Deshaun coach him. Let Deshaun kind of breathe a little bit. See what happens. Throw Nick Chubb out there. But as far as this game, Mike, this your squad. It's my squad. I'm going to say it like this. AJ Brown's no. I'm not
even multiverse, but that's the problem. This is what watch. Deshaun come out over 400 fucking yards and 3 touchdowns, and it'll be crazy.
Yeah. Well, the only thing is we healthy. The Eagles are healthy. They getting Lane Johnson back.
Coming off a bye.
AJ Brown's coming back. So we see all I can see. We everybody calling the Eagles garbage, but what you got to understand is we've seen one game against the Packers in London or wherever in Brazil where AJ Brown, we were fully loaded. Jalen Hurts threw 3 turnovers, and we still put up almost 40 points. That's the only thing I can go by. Other than what everybody else talking about, I can't go off for that last 4 weeks. But I'm going to say this right now. Whoever loses this game, it is the end of the season for them, period.
I agree.
Because I feel like this. If the Eagles lose at home and let the Browns get that victory, Nick Sirianni is done.
See you later.
Yeah, he got to be. You cannot let Cleveland, what they're doing right now, come in there and beat you after a bye week and have an AJ back. So I feel like whoever wins this game, and you know what's going to happen if the Browns lose this game, Deshaun's done. So we got 2 guys we know. Yeah, you got to, Mike. You got to.
Well, they're acting like it's not going to happen. But hey, I got 30-14.
I'm gonna go with you because you leading. And first of all, you leading the Pick'em league. You in the lead in the Pick'em. So I'm gonna go with Big Mike. I like the sound of that, Mike. I do. And you picked the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. But am I gonna sit here and say I got confidence in my team right now? I'll let you know on what time's the game. I'll let you know at 4:00.
All
right. But this is Browns Eagles, man. Interesting. I wish it was in Cleveland because I would definitely be in Cleveland for this game. But this is going to be interesting, bro. We definitely going to have a nice little 20-minute sit down Monday about this one, Mike, for sure. Because I know me and you, one of us are going to be irate.
I'm not irate no more. I'm not going to get mad no more.
You can't because you already know it.
It's over with.
So you say, so you think that you think they gonna throw Chubb out there? You think it's time?
It's not gonna be this week because they haven't said anything. I think next week or after the bye, because the bye's got to be coming.
You guys got an early bye. Yeah, why not?
The bye's coming next week, I believe. So yeah, after that bye, it's time to play him.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then the season won't be over yet. If y'all do lose, y'all only gonna be what? Well, 1-5.
Well, we suck. I mean, it depends on the Bengals.
Yeah, they're not doing much neither.
All right. But we got to move on because we coming on 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
Hey, you got the Commanders, Ravens. I think this is going to be a good-ass game.
Game of the week, Mike.
I love this game, and it's in Baltimore. People are going to be picking the Ravens, Lamar, Henry. Everybody's trying to compare Daniels and Lamar. Daniels is having none of it, saying, hey, do not compare me to him because I am not him. I am different than him.
Oh, I like that kid, bro.
I'm taking the Commanders. And I'm taking it just because I think their front seven can do some things, and they'll force Lamar to throw. And we already know what Lamar does when he throws. It's not he can't do a whole lot there. Even though he did a hell of a game against the Bengals, but the Bengals don't have a damn defense. None.
Yeah, none.
Holes through everywhere. I mean, Jesus, Lamar torched him. Henry finally got off on him. Yeah. But I truly believe I like Jaden Daniels in them, and I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be close. Yeah. Well, like a 24 or a 28-24 type of game, I think it's going to be right there.
I think the first one to 21, 23, 24 wins because both of these defenses are good. This is the game that I got circled that I'll be watching. I probably won't. I'm gonna be watching the Eagles and Browns, but I'm really gonna be watching this one but this is the game I feel where Lamar's gonna take this shit personal, and Derrick Henry's on a roll. They're gonna run Derrick Henry. This is finally the game where we're gonna see Mark Andrews become that tight end again that we thought he was when you drafted him in fantasy. He ain't done nothing. This is when they're, like you said, they're going to force Lamar to throw the ball. So you got your deep threats, but Lamar loves throwing to those tight ends. You got two big ones. You got Andrews, you got Likely. I think this is going to come down to a last drive, and I think Lamar Jackson going to show us why this may be the team to take out the Chiefs, and this might be the game to do it. So I got the Ravens winning 24-23, possibly in overtime. OT shit, Mike. This is gonna be nice.
All right. Another OT game for the Ravens. All right.
Yeah, another one, and they're good at winning them. But Derek's gonna have a big game. But the Commanders they're gonna put up points. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be exciting. So, Mike, next game we got Bro Knicks trying to make it 3 in a row. Bro Knicks at home against the Chargers. Let's just say this. I'll make this quick. Justin Herbert needs to go ahead and sit till he's 100% healthy. Let's just get that over with. He don't need to be coming in and out. He's hurt. The Chargers need to just stop playing, get him healthy, and the Broncos are gonna they're not gonna easily win this game, but they're gonna win this game. Bro Knicks is going off again because I got him in my fantasy. He got to go off.
I'm gonna go the other way with it because the Chargers are coming off a bye. I think Harbaugh's going to have them ready for at least this game. It's in the Mile High, which that's crazy because Mile High Stadium, how that goes there. But I think the Chargers win it close, and I think it's going to be one of those games where it might be 17-14, 21-17 type thing.
Yeah, I could see that. There's a lot of games that aren't going to be real high scoring, but it's going to be good games. Interest, like we said. This week right here, there's always a week where your season goes this way or that way, and this is that week.
Yeah.
What you got next, Mike?
Well, let's go ahead and take Pittsburgh versus the Raiders. Now, Raiders are they changing quarterbacks. Aiden O'Connell's coming in now. You still don't have no Devontae Adams. They have two great tight ends. Brock Bowers is showing out why he was picked where he was picked, why they went out and did what they did. The defense is ready. Max Crosby says, I'm ready to tear someone up. Yep. Then you got Pittsburgh and their defense and what they've been doing and everything that's happened with them.
Good defense.
They're ready. Fields has been doing his thing.
Yeah, he got to get the ball. He got to get the ball to Pickens more. He got to.
You can't have Najee Harris be your top receiver too. It just can't happen like that.
No.
And I think last week that was more because of the game plan and how a team they got played. So I'm going to go ahead and think Pittsburgh's going to bounce back. Tomlin's not going to lose back-to-back, especially against teams like this. I think Fields has a good game. I think that defense shows out because Aiden O'Connell being back there and the non-existent run game with Zaire White. Amir Abdul has been showing out a little bit, but I really think Pittsburgh puts it in the work, and it's a double-digit win for
I'm with you on that because I don't think White. They said White may not play.
Yes.
The Raiders have no weapons other than the receiver and a couple receivers and Bowers, who's he should have a big game because he's the main weapon out there now. So, and I feel like Justin Fields knows Russell Wilson's on his heels. He's getting healthy. They already were talking last week.
Yeah.
Even though I don't see it, but I do see it because it's all in the hands of Justin Fields.
If he keeps winning, there's no way they can take him. You're not pulling the man out.
But now you got 2 losses after 3-0. Okay, cool. This is a must-win game, and I'm a fan of Justin Fields. State, fan of these quarterbacks that remind me of Michael Vick. But he's got to start throwing the ball to Pickens, Freiermuth, and getting guys open. But I do agree with you. I think it's going to be another ugly game. First one to Man, first one past 10 wins this game. you know how the Steelers play, bro. They don't even score to the third quarter. Like,
Yeah,
man.
that defense holds tight, and the offense just kind of lackluster until the end.
Yeah, but the Raiders D is not that is other than Max Crosby, they not that good. So, like you said, I can see the Steelers pulling this one out. I can see that.
All right.
Big win. All right, next game. Another big game. This might be the second game of the week. Lions, Cowboys. Lions 3-1, Cowboys 3-2 in Dallas. We saw the Cowboys escape last week. Barely, which they should have lost, but they escaped. You see the confrontation with Dak and on the sideline. Yeah, things are getting a little that money is kicked in and everybody know it. So they looking at him. Lions, Cowboys, Mike, I'll let you start this one off. What you think about this
one? Lions coming off a bye. Everybody seems to be getting healthier. Everybody's going to be there to play. I think the Lions really whooped that ass. Because, I mean, again, you got Dak and CD at each other. I mean, they should have lost that game to Justin Fields in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I think the Lions walk right up in the Jerry world and turn it into Detroit world.
Smack. Well, think what have we seen already, Mike? They got blown out twice at home already.
Yeah, and I think Detroit adds another one. It's just it's going to be a double-digit win, and
I think it's going to be 34 because the Cowboys can't stop nobody in that secondary, and that I think it's going to be 34 Lions, and then I think you know how the Cowboys get beat up, and then they try to run back at the end of the fourth quarter, make it look tight. It might be like 34-21, but there's going to be a point in this game where this could be a 17-20 point lead, I think.
Well, I think so too. I think Goff needs to go off. I mean, you got both running backs healthy right now. Yeah. Laporta. I mean, Amon-Ra. Yeah, this is going to be a crazy game.
It's too much because the Cowboys can't. You got good defenses that can't match up with the Lions. So imagine what's going to happen to the Cowboys, bro. And I'm just waiting for Dak Prescott and CD to have that blow up, bro.
One of them's going to go, and it's going to be CD that wants out. And CD's going to be gone, and Dak's going to stay because no one's going to pay that money unless Oakland comes at him and says, "Hey, we'll take Dak off your hands and all that money, and this and that." So,
but you know how Jerry is. Jerry,
not Oakland, Las Vegas.
Yeah. Jerry can't take a L, so he's not gonna let that happen. He gonna ride. He got to ride with him.
CD will sit out. CD will be that person. He just got paid. He'll sit out and say,
"No, I know CD." I'm talking about Dak. Yeah, I'm talking about Dak. He can't let Dak do nothing. Like you paid him.
I mean, if someone's willing to throw in some decent picks and a player, I get rid of them. Start over. Start fresh.
Mike, they just gave him $60 million guarantee.
Yeah, I know. Well, they stupid.
I know, but we know it's time to go already. It's time to go already. We knew that. Jerry.
Yeah, well, when you argue with your star player, because CD's the star, when that's going down, there's problems.
What you got next?
Well, we got a quick game we're going to quickly run through.
Oh, yeah.
Kirky Boy Cousins going against the Carolina Panthers. This might be another 500-yard game he puts up with them receivers. He's got Mooney and London and Pitts. And then Bijan might finally get in the damn end zone because he hasn't had a touchdown yet, I don't think. He might light him up, have a 100-plus yard game.
Yeah.
Falcons this should be another ass whipping. It could be another 20. It could be 21 points.
But I see the Falcons putting up 30 some high 30s. Panthers putting up like 17, but it's the multiverse, Mike.
It is the multiverse, but
we can't say no. We can't. That boy just put up 500 on it.
They might put in Penix at the end of the game, and maybe Panthers come back a little bit. But Penix, they might put Penix in, and he might go up on some more. So I don't know.
Yeah. You running that? We running this? We run that on Thursdays. The best.
Yeah, I'll run it, but man, we hitting time, so I'm trying to get through the games because we still got Sunday night.
Let's get Monday night. Let's go. Bengals Giants. Another must win for the Giants and the Bengals. Definitely the Bengals. The Bengals. I don't even know what to say about the Bengals. So much talent. T. Higgins is starting to play. Yeah, New York. I feel like it comes down to if Neighbors plays. Neighbors is supposed to play. If Singletary plays. If the Giants are fully loaded, the Giants are going to beat the Bengals. If not, the Bengals are going to win.
Listen, this is insane.
It's crazy.
This is insane when you got your quarterback who's number one across all categories. Touchdowns, yards, QBR, everything, but you are 1-4 because you have no damn defense, and your run game is subpar right now, and the turnovers from the run game is insane.
Yeah.
That is the problem. If the Cincinnati Bengals do not win the next two, because they play the Giants, then they play the Browns. If they do not win these two games, the season's done for them. It's time to pack it up and be over with, because it's about to get real difficult in the second half. Real difficult.
Imagine, and then we talking about blow-ups. You know, Jamar Chase is hot too. You know, he could get hot-headed too. You know, I mean, he's trying to. I see it. They're all trying to be professionals, but nobody's seen this from the Bengals. This is rough. Last game, Monday night. Yeah, Monday night, Mike. A must win.
Hold on. You know what's funny is I'm gonna actually pick. God, I don't want to pick the Giants, but I'm gonna go with the Giants just because. I mean, I picked the Bengals in the pick 'em, but I like the Giants. Danny Dimes just showed out these last two games. Neighbors is unstoppable. The Bengals don't have an answer for that. No. Singletary's doing his thing. That other dude, Wale Robinson or whatever the hell his name is, he's been jumping loose. Yeah, they just look good, and that defensive line is going to get the Burrow, and it's going to cause problems. It's going to be one of those close games, and the multiverse may allow the Giants to get a win off. I don't know.
Hey, the multiverse has already made the Bengals 1-4, so it is what it is. Bro. Like, I mean, is that just and like I said, if New York, if they are fully loaded, Neighbors is the big key. If Neighbors comes out there against this defense, he might put up 250, bro. Like, for real. Like,
be nuts.
Real. That dude is sick, bro. All right, Mike. Monday night Bills, Jets. This game right here. We already know what happened to the Jets. I know y'all. Did y'all even talk about the coach firing?
Robert Saleh, yeah. But you see already Kirby Smart's about to be the coach next year.
Oh, shit.
From Georgia. They already had talks and everything, and he's about to be the coach next year.
I liked Saleh, but I don't think he had a hell of an idea of anything offensively.
No, he had no offensive mind at all.
No offensive mind. But this game, Aaron Rodgers is on that. I know, Mike. That Jets defense is still raw. I picked them up this week. It's the only reason why they got a win or two. They got 2 wins. Aaron Rodgers has got to get back to some type of Aaron Rodgers. He has to at home. If New York loses this game to Buffalo, I mean, the fans are going to start really backing up on Rodgers and saying that's enough. It's enough. Yep. It's enough, bro. I know we all love him. We all love Aaron, but it's starting to look like you should have went out a year before Brady, bro. It's enough. It's enough.
Right now, this is for the division. If the Jets want to stay alive in this division and try to chase down first place, they have to win this game.
Have to.
Everybody's riding high. Everybody was riding high on Buffalo. Jay was, they're this and that. Well, tell me why they get their ass whipped by the Ravens, and then they play the Texans, and the Texans should have choked them out, but they said, oh, hold on, we're going to be nice and let go of your throat and let them try to come back and win that game. Dude, when they play good teams and good defenses, they're nothing. So I really like the Jets to win this game. I think the Jets win. I think Rodgers snaps and does his thing. Mm-hmm. I think maybe the coach being gone changes everything.
Yeah, it's got to. It's got to. Everybody's on the hot seat right now. Everybody knows once the coach, because he walked in there, they had to escort him out of there because he thought he was putting a game plan together. So everybody's like, what the fuck? Saleh gone? You could be gone next. So I wasn't high on the Bills. I'm shocked that they're 3-2. I feel like they're going to take a slide right about now, but the Jets have to win this game. Like, they have to.
Yeah, it's a must for both, but the Jets have to do this to keep it pace to try to win that division.
If you're a GM with the Jets and they lose, and that offense and that defense keeps them in this game, Mike, but Aaron Rodgers does what he's been doing the last few weeks, when do you sit Aaron Rodgers?
I don't sit him. I'm trying to go get another weapon because you need another wide receiver because Mike Williams ain't doing shit.
No, you
need another wide receiver out there. Like, try to go trade. Hey, Browns might be trying to get rid of Amari Cooper. See if you could throw something, bring Amari in there, put him next to Wilson. If somehow you could pry Devontae away from the Raiders. I mean, maybe if you talk to the Bengals and say, hey, your defense sucks, we'll trade you Hassan Riddick.
Yeah.
And you can have Hassan Riddick and whatever, and give us T. Higgins. We'll deal with the aftermath of T. Higgins.
Ooh, that's a good move.
You know what I'm saying? That you still have your offense. They still have some young receivers that are good that I can't even pronounce the dude's name. He's been playing well. Gesicki's been playing well over there. So you trade Hassan Reddick, put him out there, let him play because Sam Hubbard's been hurt. I think that works for both teams, but I don't know.
Hassan Reddick, man, I'll tell you one thing. He's a man of his word. He is not playing for the Jets. Is not.
He is stupid as hell. That is the dumbest dude, about to lose $24 million, all because he's a crybaby.
Well,
Stupid.
you know, Mike, we
hold McGregor for no reason, and the Jets didn't do nothing to you.
Yeah, but then now that we seeing Salah out, we seeing I mean, not it's still a bad business decision. It's still silly, but he saw some shit we didn't see.
You know what's funny though is if you really look at it, there's two QBs that are winning in this league right now that the Jets organization drafted and then were trash. Sam Darnold and Geno Smith. And they're out there balling the hell out. So that organization's had a problem for a long time.
Well, they better fix it because now you already seen they got the guy coming from college, but is he going to be able to? It's tough to make that college NFL leap, but
for sure, it's definitely tough.
It's the multiverse week, Mike. There's a must-win games this week. You want to run that, or you want to say why not? Let's run.
Well, yeah, I'll run it real quick. Hey, listen, man, we all know y'all love betting, and we've all been losing some things that we shouldn't have been losing because of the multiverse. Make sure you hit that QR code, scan it in. But, hey, listen up to what we got going on.
National Streaming Sports is brought to you in part by BetUs.com, designed for true fans. NFL odds, Week 1 and futures, college football odds, including Heisman Trophy favorites and playoff odds, NBA odds of division winners and playoffs, Major League Baseball playoff and World Series odds, the National Hockey League Conference playoffs, and Stanley Cup odds, and boxing wagers. Betting opportunities include versus the spreads and outright winners, also during the game. Use our link on our website, nessp.info, the Bet Us Opportunities webpage, for a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits. Must be 21 years old, and remember, bet responsibly.
Listen, take advantage of that. Go recoup some money. Get that 125% bonus.
Bang that
bitch. Some money, some free money to play with. That way you can try to bring back some of them losses because we know everybody's had losses on what's going on.
I'm placing my bet on Geno Smith tonight. Come on, dog. I've been riding with you. I've been talking about you. You might know. Fantasy tonight. I need you. You're going against the Niners. You're at home. Tear this Niners team up. Let's get this money. Hit that bet button. Shoot.
Yeah, I like Seattle too. I definitely like Seattle tonight, and I think that young defense is going to be all right. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Seattle wins it with the 12th man being at home. And again, Geno's offense is healthy now. You got Little Beast, Noah Fant. Your 3 receivers are all there now. Tyler Lockett just came back, had a good game last week. I truly believe that they're ready to win.
I'm taking Seattle. Big loss for the Niners. This is going to derail their season till they can get McCaffrey back. I'm taking Seahawks 27, Niners 21.
I don't know if it's going to get that high. I think it's going to be like a 20 to 17.
Well, that ain't nothing but 8 points different from mine.
Yeah, no, I think 20 said that 8 points is tough to get right now.
Like 9-3. I thought he's gonna say 9-3. Bro.
No, I don't think it'll be something like that. There'll be touchdowns. It'll be just it might not even be that high. It could be like a 17-14 game.
Yeah, because you're right. When you play in Seattle, bro, it's hard to score because of that crowd.
Especially in Seattle with the 12th man going crazy.
Mike, let me say something real quick before you wrap it up, bro. The Scully album drops tonight. I'm going live on Instagram, going live on Facebook at 11. This is some monumental shit, bro. We off the rails tonight, Mike. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Make sure you go check in on all that.
Yeah, tap in.
Tap into all that. Get ready for that. Get ready for Thursday Night Football. Y'all enjoy this. We'll talk about what happens Monday with everything. The multiverse is in full effect.
Full effect. Tap into that man cave, man. Look, hit all that at the bottom. Show my man some love. Show our team
buttons. The Huddle Sports Network, Northeast Streaming Sports Network, Network 216. All of them. Hit that follow, like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Salute
to us.